Hey guys, how's it going? Facebook Live, Thursdays at 3, but it's really 4. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, see who pops on. Who stick around for a while. Yep. See who shows up. Hey Kathy, how's it going? Thank you. Hey Amanda. How's everybody doing? Nice day out, isn't it? It's cold, but it's nice out. At least the sun's shining and the sky's blue, right? So that's all that matters right there, right? Yes. Yup. Thank you, Amanda. I always look good in baseball caps. I don't know why. The older I get, the better I look at them. I don't know. Steve Fitzgerald. Hello there. Hello, Veronica. Thank you for staying up late for me. I know it's 10 o'clock there. Hope you're doing good, Veronica. Hello, Teresa. How's it going? Oh, you're welcome, Veronica. I loved it. I love this session that we had together. Hi, Haley. How's it going? Hello, Steve Fitzgerald. What's going on, brother? Yep, it's a good day. Busy day. Busy week. I didn't even know what day it was. I don't know what day it has been all week. I'm okay, yes, Frenica. Hi, Emily. How are you? This week has just been, I don't know, not knowing what day it is. Yeah, it's very interesting. I did that, oh yes, Happy New Moon for sure. I did that crystalline meditation from Steve Noble, the new one, on today's Thursday. I believe I did it, I don't know what day it was I did it. I think I did it on Sunday. I think that's when I posted it. This week, the weeks go by so fast, it's crazy. But I believe I did it on Thursday, or Teresa, good busy? Yeah, good busy, but just busy. I mean, like I did that meditation, I believe on Sunday. Busy energy, exactly. And that just shattered me. I mean, it was so, I want to talk about this too. It just stripped me of all my third dimensional junk. And so, I don't know what that's about. And it just kind of like moved me up. And I just lost track. I just lost track. I mean, Veronica, did we talk this past Monday, right? I think so, yeah. Oh yeah, we did. Yep, yeah. So it's tough. It was tough, and just everything kind of moving in the right direction, right? But hang on, I gotta move something. I have an air purifier in my house that is an ionizer, and it makes me cough sometimes. So it just was it was kind of like a frantic week. I just couldn't get hi Marcia. I just couldn't get my footing. It was so interesting. It was very, very interesting how after I did that meditation, it just, yeah. Did we do it on Tuesday, Veronica? I think so. I think I was sick on Saturday. I think I was sick on Monday. I didn't feel on Monday at all. Yes, it was Tuesday. Yeah. I felt sick on Monday because of the meditation on Sunday. Hang on, guys. Okay, had to unplug it, shut it off, because it's affected me. Yeah, so this week has just been a blur, and tomorrow's Friday, so it's crazy. So first thing I want to talk about is that meditation, okay? if you're ready for the next chapter, right? If you're ready if you're ready for the next for the step up, Spirit says, that's a meditation to do. And I'm going to tell you guys, the reason that I did it is because I don't know where I saw it on Sunday, but somebody posted, I don't even think it was on Steve's YouTube channel, right? I don't know where I saw it from, but it appeared, it showed itself, and whoever commented on it that posted it said, crazy good or something like that. And you should do it or something like that. So I thought, okay, well, it resonated, right? It resonated with me. So I went, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. It was Sunday. And I did it, and it was magnificent. Yeah, elevated level, especially Veronica. It took me up a notch. And I got confirmation about moving in April. Okay, so yeah, so that was interesting. Again, I don't remember what it was, but I'm going to try to remember here. Yes, Spirit, help me. Man, my ears are just bzzz with vibration. Maui in April, I think it was Maui in April. And I don't even know when during that meditation it came. Veronica, Steve Noble, Nobel, on YouTube. He's the person that I always promote because his meditations are so amazingly good and cleansing and elevating and the whole thing. I find it, again, it resonates with me, and that's why I suggest it to so many people. They're pretty amazing. Hi, Kiki, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen your posts or anything, so I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, so that meditation, guys, if you're ready for the next chapter, if you're ready for the next level, if you're ready, hey, Kimberly, if you're ready for the next, not even challenge, the next removal, Spirit says, right? Letting that go. Because I'm telling you guys, it was like I sit on the couch and I meditate, feet on the floor. Bailey's normally next to me on the couch. And Lee was at the table here in the kitchen and he was gaming or something, probably gaming. And I was doing my meditation and blah, blah, blah. And it felt like parts of clay of my body were coming off in sections and being sucked away. Yeah. And then this crystalline just boom. It just absolutely was like a beam of light. Yeah, just a beam of pure light. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm glad everything is good, Kiki. That's awesome. So guys, if you want to if you're ready for it, right? I don't recommend, see, the one thing I want to make sure that everybody understands why I'm so conservative when I tell people to do things is because of this. I've had clients, right, who just go to his YouTube channel and they just, it's the crystalline meditation, Veronica. It just came out this past weekend. Okay, it just got posted, so maybe like 5 days old, 6 days old. And they go to his YouTube channel, right? And they just do meditations. And then what happens is they say, "Oh my gosh, Bill, his meditations don't work for me," because you're not doing the proper ones. Hi Heidi. You have to walk before you have to crawl before you can walk, before you can run, right? You got to start at the beginning. And everybody knows I start people off on fear and anxiety and emotional healing, because those are the two things that absolutely everybody, hi Elizabeth, that everybody needs to start this journey, right? We got all this stuff inside of us that we don't know where the hell it came from and how the hell to get rid of it, right? All the energy, all the feelings, all the not knowing, right? So that's why. So when I promote something like that, like say, everybody should do it and things like that, if you're ready for that next chapter, because it is amazing. I mean, and I'd love to hear if people do it. Hi, Kathy. I didn't even see you pop in. So if you do it, I would love to hear back. Either text me, right? Or send me a Facebook message or something. I would really like to know your experience, right? And what you got out of it and how you feel about it, you know. And that will, and yeah, I'd like to know, okay? I would really, really, really like to know. And Heidi, that's because it's Mercury retrograde. And that's the next thing we're going to talk about, okay? Is the frustration with Mercury retrograde, okay? Understand. And I do this at the beginning of every Mercury retrograde, which happens 3 or 4 times a year, normally 3 times a year, okay? Every time that I have something that hits me, right, that comes up from nowhere, it's normally for me frustration, which is anger, right, which is fear. I write it down on my pad. I have a pad, and I'll put Mercury retrograde. And every time that I get triggered for something, I'll put that down there, okay? And normally you can connect the dots together, okay? So Heidi said, I feel like I communicated the best I could, but looks like it's Mercury retrograde. Understanding. When you are communicating with someone, the waves don't go directly to that person. They go like this and around, and then they finally get to the person. Understand. That's the way that Mercury retrograde works. Hi, Lisa. Okay? Understand that, guys. When you're talking to somebody, they're not going to receive it in the normal way until after Mercury retrograde. Okay? Because what it's teaching you is I have to break this down to the lowest common denominator. So Joe Schmo on the street who's going into the party store, who's going in there to buy a freaking Budweiser, right? Bottle, put it in a bag, right? That he can understand it. Hi, Tracy. Okay? And Spirit gave me that years ago. Bill, you got to break it down so that anybody in the world can understand what the hell you're saying. And when you do that, you choose your words very, very, very carefully. And what you do is you say, do you understand that? Does that make sense? Do you understand? See, they have to mirror you so that you can absolutely understand that they actually get what receiving the message you're supposed to give to them. So what I would suggest people do, because it doesn't end until the 21st, guys, so we got another 10 days, right? And then there's like a 10-day shadow after that, all right? So, but the energy gets weaker every day as we head towards March, okay? Which ain't that far away. Hi, Lucia, how are you? So make sure that you again, when something happens, when you get triggered, when you get angry or you get frustrated or whatever, that's when you write it down. And like I said last week, I believe in the week before, I said, this is my little thing that I always do. Yep, it's Mercury retrograde. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It's just meant to trigger you and see if you're paying attention. That is your spirit guide, your guardian angels, you guys. That's to say, okay, what is inside of her? Like Heidi said, I didn't even know that anger was there. Well, it's there. But it lays still until it gets triggered. And they know that the anger's there. They know the frustration's there, right? But we can cover it up and make it look all pretty, put a bow on it, right? Oh my gosh, I'm happy, I'm fine, everything is good for me. My life is wonderful. No, it's not. Everybody's got their stuff. Everybody's got their stuff. So understanding that 3 times a year, I know, Spirit says your guides are going to poke you. They're going to have somebody across the room poke you. Going to have somebody on the telephone poke you. All kinds of things. They're going to make your schedule all discombobulated. That's what happened to me this week, right? I had to move people from Monday to Tuesday, and then some to Wednesday, and I don't know what the hell day it was. And I'm putting people on the day when I get allergy shots, and when I get my hair cut, and when I got a doctor's appointment, a follow-up visit for a doctor's appointment, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, how did I do this? What day is this? Yeah, see? So, hey, Susan. So, hi, Laura. So again, that's Mercury retrograde, right? It's always going to throw you a ball that's going to throw you a loop, Spirit says. Okay? It's always going to throw you a loop to see if you're conscious, to see if you'll just let that frustration and anger hang out, which they're like, oh my God, they still haven't learned. You gotta let that go, let it go. And that's why I say, yep, it's Mercury retrograde for sure. And whew, just goes away, okay? I've trained myself. See, if I don't say something, trust me, it will fester, and I'll be like, oh my God, what is this still doing with me? It's Mercury retrograde, what the hell? Whew, it goes. As soon as I say, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde, that's right, because that's what it is, okay? It is there to keep you conscious. It is there to see how will you react. Hi, Ruth, right? You're welcome, Heidi, right? How will you react? How will this affect you? Is it going to ruin your day? That's what their plan is, right? To say, so that you can reflect and go, okay, what the hell? So blah, 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 this happened, and that happened, and this happened. Well, what did you do about it? Well, nothing. What can I do? Honey, it's Mercury retrograde. Gotta let that stuff go. It does not serve you. And as soon as you do that, right? As soon as you say, oh my God, out loud, oh my God, Mercury retrograde, you're killing me here. Whew, it goes away. Yep. That's what happens. But conversations elevate quickly. Phone conversations elevate quickly, right? I've been trying to get back in touch with my doctor for 2 days about a prescription that wasn't called in. And I still can't get in touch with them. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to make me a big old note, put it on my phone that at 9 o'clock I need to call them to find out what the heck. I already left 2 messages and nothing. Okay. Hey, Kathy. Right. So understand that that's what it is. Any frustration, any anger, anything like that. And it goes for another 10 days. Okay. As we get closer to the 21st, energy will wane. Okay. Bingo. And then as we go into the shadow period, which is 10 days more, okay, it gets less and less every day. All right? So understand that we're on the backside of it. Just like we are wintertime. We're headed for spring, and it's going to be early spring. I saw 2 robins again today, okay? Robins don't come out unless they know that spring is coming, okay? They stay in the forest until they know instinctively that there's warmer weather coming, okay? Now, from that, we're going to go into, kind of merges with Mercury retrograde, taking care of yourself. Hey, Suzanne, okay? I've been trying to be very good about that this week, all right? But I space my readings out so I have time, so I don't do them back to back, because I have learned, hey Otis, I have learned from my Telos books, okay? Veronica, I would wait until the middle of the 15th of March, Spirit says, around that time. She wants to talk about the beginning on 2. Okay, got it. So I usually space my readings out now because I've learned from my Telos book I'm almost the end of number 3, which is wonderful because I am like in 4th dimension all the time. Is that it's not good for me to do readings back to back, right? Because of the energy, right? I can't stay up that high all the time. It's extremely exhausting because so much energy comes out at one time, right? So I started to space my readings, so I have an hour between them, okay? Which worked out to be pretty good, right? And ending them usually at 4 o'clock. I'll do a 5 o'clock if I have to. A 4 o'clock is my space that I need to just like chill. Because then I got to plan dinner and I got to do all my human stuff, right? So what Spirit wants to talk about is understanding, especially during Mercury retrograde, that self-care is so important, okay? You have to make time for yourself. You have to, okay? And also, watch the way you talk to yourself during Mercury retrograde, okay? Because again, your senses are heightened and it's very, very easy to go back into past behaviors, okay? Oh my gosh, Bill, how could you schedule that thing at the same time as your doctor's appointment? Oh my gosh, Bill, how could you do that? No. We didn't do any of that this year at all, okay? We did very little last year, probably from the middle of the year, right? That's everybody else, okay? Understanding that when the energy, hey Phil, when the energy is not conducive with us, right? We're like, what the hell's going on? Why is there so much negative energy? Why is there so much pushback? I don't get it, right? Hey, Chrissy, right? That we have a tendency, if we're not conscious, to fall back into past behaviors because it's comfortable. And we don't understand, right? We don't understand. And many times what we do is we retreat, right? What we do, see? So understanding, again, during Mercury retrograde, it's amplified by 10 or amplified by 20. So all of a sudden you're talking nasty to yourself, you're talking bad in your head, no talk in your head anyway, right? And even if you're talking out loud, you go, blah, 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 oh my God, and you're not paying any attention because the energy's just pounding you and you don't know which way to look because you believed you were balanced until Mercury retrograde comes around. Then everything gets thrown up in the air. And that's because you're not as balanced as you think you are, right? Ego is very, very good at that. Ego is very good at having us believe that we're balanced. Trust me, I know. That I'm good. I don't need to do anything else. I think I'm fine. Everything is good. Then Mercury retrograde pops up and you're like, oh my God, I've got so much more work to do. I got so much more to do. And I wrote all this page down, Bill. I got like 9, 10 things on this that still frustrate me. Exactly. See? So I know. Spirit says, but understand that you have accumulated those things on your list, not only this lifetime, but past lifetime too. And I love the back of behind me. That's just great. I keep looking behind me going, oh my God, how lovely is that? Is the Pacific Ocean, right? So understand that it isn't always from this lifetime, right? Like I had an epiphany today about things that I have brought from past lives, okay, and wondering what they all are, and wanting to know more, right? Wanting to know why some of my feelings, right? The things that I like, that only come out once in a while, right? And it's very, very interesting because I've asked, and Spirit says, well, that's from past lives. Back in past lives when I was a female, okay? My last 2 lifetimes I was female. And I remember today that I used to tell people when I was younger, even my teenage years, maybe my 20s, I wouldn't live past 40 years old, right? And I've got this knowledge just probably a year, maybe 2 years ago, okay? That I was murdered in my last life in Mexico, and the life before that I was murdered in Spain, okay? That's why I like dark-skinned men, sorry. And why I like the music, and it just resonates with me. I mean, everything kind of makes sense, right? So I get that. But there's other things about those 2 lifetimes that kind of, I'm like, well, why do I do that? Why do I like that? And and then Spirit will say, past lives, okay? Hey, Rochelle, right? So we still bring energy from those past lives like we talked about last week, right? The negative stuff, the money stuff, right? All the things that we bring with us in our DNA when it comes, like we talked about last week, being living in lack, right? And understanding that and understanding that, and not trying to figure it out, guys. See, that's the thing. I talked to a person this past week, and she wants to figure everything out. You can't. It's not your job to figure everything out. Because when you are figuring everything out, or you think you are, guess what happens? You're missing opportunities along the road. Because your head is down and you're trying to, I got to figure that. No, you don't. Let that stuff go. Let it go. If it's not going to kill you, it's not going to hurt you, let it go. Let it go. If it's going to hurt you or kill you, then you got to figure out what the hell's going on, right? But if it's not, if it's just a feeling, if it's hurt, if it's sadness, anger, let that go. Again, guided meditation by Steve Noble. I'm telling you, every time, you guys. I'm telling you. So this person that I was talking to kind of got that, but not really. It's going to take her longer because she's a really old soul, and she's set in what she wants, what she believes she's supposed to do this lifetime. And it's not always the case, but she's a hard nut to crack. So eventually she'll get it. Her guides will work with her, right? So understanding self-care is so important, right? Understanding that your job is to be part of the collective consciousness, right? Your job is to not always understand why you are the way you are. You just let it go, unless it's going to hurt you or kill you. Or if it's stopping you from moving forward, Spirit says, right? If it's stopping you from having the man, the woman in your life that you are supposed to have, right? Like I posted something, I think I reposted something the other day about, maybe I just read it, about the fact that so many people don't give their spouses a chance because they think it's supposed to be Cinderella, and it's not. And I had mentioned to someone this week, I mean, again, with Lee and I, it was very adversarial for the first probably 2.5 years. He might not have thought so, but in my energy, it was adversarial, right? And then something shifted. Whoops, there he goes. That's probably, I don't know who that is that's playing with that there, right? Probably Fred, who knows, right? But somebody is. I know, right? Hang on. I know. Oh, it's my mom. Doesn't mean to talk about that. But I'm going to, because understanding that she did that so I lose my train of thought with Spirit, and I'm not going to. Oh gosh. Okay, that we're compatible, very compatible. I mean, I never thought we could have so much fun with each other in the past. It'll be 5 years in May, right? It would have been very easy for me with what people were telling me, other psychics and things like that, you know, the only way you're going to be able to move forward is if he moves away and you guys do your separate things, blah, blah, blah. And I had in my heart, and Spirit was like, no, he's supposed to be in your life. You're supposed to be in his life for a reason. And so now I understand it, right? So what that is, again, Mercury retrograde, right? Understanding that if you're conscious, right? If you are conscious and you know the feeling, right? That you can kind of have an idea of who that person is, as long as it's not dysfunction, right? Because dysfunction doesn't serve anybody. And many, many times we're with a partner who's dysfunctional. Why? Because they're attracted to our dysfunction. So the cleaner you get, the more conscious you become, the more understanding that you become, the more you go, okay, you don't serve me, you don't serve me, you don't serve me, neither do you. You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, and you gotta go, and you gotta go, and you gotta go too, right? Because I need new energy. You know, you're all courting me and I'm living in dysfunction, right? Mercury retrograde. Keep taking care of yourself better. Right? Understanding that taking care of yourself is what it's all about, right? Understanding that your spiritual health, the way that you feel, is the most important thing in your life, okay? And you've got to do things to take care of yourself. You have to frickin' meditate. Okay, what anybody says, okay? Steve Noble Guided Meditations, guys, the 11-minute rescue meditation is, and it goes. That crystalline meditation, it blew me away when I did it on Sunday. For the elevation, for the next chapter of where I'm supposed to be and things like that. And got the message about moving to Maui. Okay? But those meditations are so very, very important. That rescue meditation is just a quick pick-me-up, just a quick clean-out. Okay? Of any energy that you've got, you're in the meditation for 11 minutes and you just let that stuff go. That you've collected frustration, anger, everything that feels heavy. And the more that you understand the heaviness, right? The more that you understand, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to feel like this. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to me. Being selfish. Good. Be selfish. We have to be selfish with ourselves, right? You can only give as much as you have to give, right? Once your pitcher is empty of emotion, you're dry, baby. And you can try, hey, Blake, you can try, and give your guts and give your heart and give your blood, and then what do you have? Nothing. 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 See? Nothing. And then you have to build yourself back up and give yourself a bath or give yourself whatever, or you just ignore it and keep plowing forward. Well, is that what you did in your past lives? Because you had to? Exactly. Exactly. See? Understanding that Rochelle says her tank, when your tank is empty, you guys, when your pitcher is empty, right? All you're doing is drying yourself out further. Give, 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 give. That's why self-care is so important. That's why I'm doing this at 4 o'clock instead of 3. Because I missed my hair appointment to get my hair cut yesterday because I was working, right? And I thought, you know what? I scheduled it at 3:30 because I didn't block out my 3 o'clock in my book for the month of February, which I always do, right? So I didn't know what day it was. I said, yeah. I said, oh, well, Bill, how about this date? How about tomorrow? She says, oh, yeah, sure, 3:30 is great. So I put it in my book. Well, guess what? Coding for the Soul is at 3. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that appointment. See? Now, the old Bill, trust me, a year ago, would have went, okay, I'll just do it. We'll do it next week on Monday. Well, no, you get your haircut every 2 weeks, Bill. It's not that big of a deal. It's going to be fine. If they don't catch it live, they'll catch it, when I post it on YouTube. See? But I had to make that decision, guys. It was a very hard decision to make. See? But I needed to do that for me. See? Today, I got allergy shots. Wonderful. I haven't slept worth a damn this week. I am awake. And Bailey is like a little ant. He can't fall asleep at night. He doesn't want to go to bed. He wants to eat breakfast at 4 a.m. I'm like, honey, you can't eat breakfast at 4 a.m. You can't. Well, Daddy, I want to eat breakfast. I want breakfast now, Daddy. I want breakfast now. Honey, you can't have breakfast at 4 a.m. Come on, we have to go back to bed. And he stands in the kitchen and looks at me. I shut the light off and he stands in the kitchen. And I'm like, come on, let's go to bed. And I go back and he's standing in the same place in the kitchen like, Daddy, I need you to feed me. And finally, I touch his bottom, say, come on, we have to go to bed now. And he'll rush into bed and he's all mad. And I lift up his blanket and he crawls inside and you hear a plump. He's only 21 pounds, but you hear the blump on the floor because he's mad. And then I wake up in the morning. This morning I was up at like 6:30, right? Out of the blue, 6 o'clock, 6:30. And here he comes out the bedroom. It's morning. It's time for breakfast. No, it's not. Go back to bed. This is Daddy's time. And then Lee gets up. He goes to work. Bingo. Then all of a sudden Bailey gets up again, right? So again, understanding there's a reason why I'm not sleeping. Crystalline dread. I know that's what that is. And I have to meditate on that and find out from spirit exactly what that means, right? Because I'm conscious. Everybody, the more conscious you become of your circumstances, right? The more conscious you become of what no longer serves you. Then you can, especially during Mercury Retrograde, you guys, I'm telling you what, man, it will amplify it times 10, times 20. You'll be like, oh my God, how could I not see that? That's why it does it 3 times a year. Because the more you clean out, the more you focus, the more you take care of yourself, the more you do for you, okay? The less aggravation they are. I've learned that. Trust me, 5 years ago, 3 Mercury retrogrades a year were just hell on me. Hell. Not anymore, right? Hey, Danny, right? So understanding that that's the case, right? Again, just like everything, the more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about your dysfunction, the more you learn about your ego, the more you learn about yourself, right? The easier it is to, number one, heal, let go, just meditate, stand in the sun when it's 19 degrees outside, stand in the sun in your house if you have to, if there's a window, stand there and just let the sun hit you. Give yourself that time to do that. Right? Whatever your thing is, Give yourself time to do that, okay? Because it's so very, very important to make sure that we understand that we need time, especially during COVID, right? Again, I'm telling you, once that energy really starts to freaking lift after the trial's over with, right? After the impeachment thing is done, and as we get and that kind of and as he starts to really truly go away, and spring hits early, and the energy lifts, and vaccinations are in full bloom, we're going to be like hallelujah, right? And that's when you can really truly expand. And I mean, I'm telling you what, from what Spirit has told me, that March and April are going to be massively expansive months where the energy and the power of the earth the people on the earth are just going to elevate and just absolutely raise the vibration of the planet, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, right? Because that's where most of the people live. See? And what happens always, the top, it's kind of like the equator up, right? Lifts all the energy up, and then the southern hemisphere will follow at the end of this year when they have their their spring and summer. Yeah. See? So understanding that that's coming, right? It's coming. And Spirit says, don't plan it, right? Just let it happen organically, right? The one thing he wants to make sure of is that he doesn't want you. I don't want them to anticipate the leaves on the trees. Hi, Haley, right? Them starting to pop. It's usually about April, right? Don't anticipate the leaves showing up, but look for them. Pay attention to them. Instead of one day walking outside when it might be 50 degrees outside, maybe 60 degrees, right? And all of a sudden, green, pop, 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 you go, and that's when you go, oh my God, when do the leaves start to come out? Say, he wants you to be conscious. He wants you to be present. He wants you to be you and understand yourself and understand that it's happening now, and I'm blessed enough to be able to be present in that. Because spring is the most fabulous time of the year, everybody. It's rebirth. Especially in the Northern Hemisphere, especially in the North. I mean, my gosh, we go through this horrible February, which has been cold and snowy, but it's only been 1 month. So, can you imagine if it was December? Oh my God, we'd be going freaking stir crazy by now. See? So again, in a way, we're blessed with that too, right? So as we go into spring, and it's new energy, and it smells good outside, it smells like dirt. I mean, it smells like dirt. And then it smells like spring, it smells like dirt to me because of the rain, because the earth is unfreezing, the permafrost is going away, things like that, right? So again, conscious of the smell, right? That's what I'm even knowing. But the more, hey Kathy, the more that you are conscious, the more that you are aware, the more that you are present, right? That's what it's all about. Okay? And it's understanding that you don't beat yourself up, that you don't talk bad about yourself, that you allow yourself to do it at your pace. Does that mean that you can do it on and off? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No, that's not going to work. You have to be focused. You have to have some type of outline, I want to be here by April 2021. I want to be here and then you have to kind of not overwork yourself, right? I know. Spirit says they don't have to overwork them. All they have to do is set the plan out, and we will help them take care of that. Because we're not supposed to do it all ourselves. No, that's not the point. That's why Steve Noble guided meditations are so fabulous. All you gotta do is freaking listen and imagine in your mind's eye and in your imagination, right? Just picture the archangels coming, right? I mean, boom, 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 the colors, right? I mean, it's wonderful. It is just, I always meditate south because my apartment faces south. So I sit on my couch, it's facing south. So he always calls in Raphael, and that's emerald green energy, right? So I imagine it being like crushed velvet. And then Michael's, right? Michael's to the south, and that is beautiful electric blue. So I'm like, it's in my face, right? I mean, it's right here. And then Gabriel shows up, and it's beautiful, just wonderful, pure white, right? Clear energy. And then beautiful Uriel to the north, because I'm a Capricorn, right? And ruby red, that's my birthstone. That makes me feel whole inside. It's nice and homey and wonderful. And I can feel that energy on my back, and I can feel it coming around my shoulders. Like, again, like crushed velvet that's like shag carpet. Not even shag carpet, but you know what I'm saying? Really thick and wonderful and lovely, say. And Amanda, it doesn't matter. And so when I picture that, and I have since the first time I did a meditation, probably the second time, at the end of January 2019. So it's been 2 years, right? And then when you're doing that, you just go on the meditation, breathing, right? Getting yourself lightheaded. Got to be lightheaded, you guys. If you're not lightheaded when you're doing a meditation, you ain't going to get 100% of that meditation. I will guarantee you that. Okay? Because I've had plenty of people say, well, Bill, don't really get as much as I should out of them, but this time I really did. Well, that's because you probably breathed right. Right? I had a bunch of people last weekend who had epiphanies, and it was wonderful. They had lots of release. Okay? There was some type of portal going on Sunday. And that's why I did the crystalline. That's why it presented itself to me on Sunday. So I needed to do it. I don't know what the portal was, but honey, the portal was open. It was open, and anybody who was triggered to do their meditation or to do whatever they did, I had 3 or 4 people who texted me and said, today was amazing. I've never had this meditation feeling before. It just released everything out of my body. I could actually see where I'm going. I can actually understand where I'm going to a point. Hi, Angela. Hope that's how I pronounce your name. And so it's super, super important that when you're guided, you do. That you don't make excuses on, oh, no, I've got it. No. Trust me, I think I meditated at 4:30 that day. I never meditated at 4:30 in the afternoon. Never. Veronica, Spirit has always told me this. You meditate in the middle of the day especially you're doing Steve Noble, because that's all I know, right? Everything else does not work for me at all. He says if you do a meditation at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it gives you, the human, the understanding of, okay, how do I feel after the meditation? Okay? Am I tired? Do I need to snack? Do I need to give myself what I'm craving? Yes. Do we need to take a nap? Yes. Whatever the feeling is. And then you sleep really good that night. Okay? But he wants your humanness, your human body, your human brain to understand, wow, this is how I feel after meditation. I feel like I got something. I feel like I really released. I feel like I really connected to the meditation, right? And if I didn't connect, it's probably because I didn't breathe right. Deeply through your nose, and then then let your exhale go quite a bit, right? And just keep doing that, and you will boom, boom, boom in a matter of seconds. Okay, so understanding that, and then understanding that the next day, when you wake up in the morning, you should feel lighter. You should feel a sense of release. You should feel a sense of, oh my gosh, this is pretty freaking cool. I want more if you do it Mondays and Thursdays. My Tuesdays and Fridays are the best days of the week because I feel 1,000 pounds lighter. Everything is so much, I feel fantastic. That's what gets you hooked on. That's what gets you hooked on meditation. right? And then as you go through that for 5 weeks, let's say, and you master it, 6 weeks. There's no time. There's no time frame. I did some in 4 weeks and some in 5 weeks. Okay, and once I master it, and I'm still breathing, I'm doing everything that I would normally do, and I'm not receiving any more cleansing. Then I'm done. Then I'm done with that one, and I need to step up and do the next chapter of clearing meditations. See, and that's what it's all about: is understanding that, and being able to really grasp hold and go, oh, that's what that is. Okay, they want you to be conscious of that. Okay, so let me see here. Lisa says, I'm one of those people who can't picture things in my mind. I have to use my inner monologue to talk it out. If you can't picture it in your mind, because you're probably blocking it, okay? So there's something about the meditation or giving up that power that is not allowing you to do that, okay? Elizabeth says, can we meditate daily? Yes. Is that too much? Okay, if you're going to do a Steve Noble meditation, that's too much. You have to allow and understand that when you're doing a guided meditation by Steve Noble, it's deep cleansing. It's activating DNA inside your body. It's removing energy from the outside of your body, but also cleaning out the inside of your body of things that no longer serve you. Your body has to have time to react, has to have time to acclimate itself from losing that, right? Because it's been carrying it, could be for years. Okay, so if you're going to meditate, meditate by just being quiet. Go into a quiet room and sit. Especially if it's dark. You want to have a dark room if possible that you can go into. Then it's easier for you to imagine in your mind's eye exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. Okay, so then Veronica says she does a Kundalini meditation, 30 minutes. Wow, yeah, that's intense. That's usually a really tense meditation. Haley says she struggles with sitting for long periods of time without moving. Will I be able to meditate if I move around? Yes, because what will happen, Haley, is that my legs are moving all the time. Usually, they used to when I started my meditations. Right? I wanted to cross my legs. I wanted to put them up. I wanted to put them up on the table. I say, no, put your feet on the floor. Once you get the hang and you get deeply into the meditation, you won't move at all. Okay? That's your ego fighting you. Okay? Trying to get you not to do the meditation because you think it's wrong, and it's not wrong. It's just your energy needs to go someplace to go, and you're not releasing it like you should. The meditation will help you release that, and you'll probably be afterwards going, oh my God, I feel like I get hit by a bus, and I'm just like chill. I'm just like yeah. And then you go, oh my God, I feel so good. It's great. I'm not like that. And then the next day you're like, oh my God, I can't stop moving. Yeah, because your energy is building up because it has no place to go. And that's where releasing energy is so very, very important for people. Okay? It's super important for people. Okay? Because they have no place to put it. No place to put it. Okay, so Blake says, it helps me to imagine white light around her. Okay, so so Blake imagines white light around her during meditation. Okay? And I know that the rescue meditation that Steve does, it's 11 minutes long, he surrounds you with crystalline energy from the grid, but also universal energy or the violet light or whatever it is, and it goes all the way around, right? And it just seals you. I imagine saran wrap, if you know what a saran wrap is, right? Shrink wrap, sealing my body up. Yeah, but the white light is great. I mean, if you can imagine that, the only thing about that is, if you imagine yourself around the white light, with the white light around you, are you paying attention to the meditation and just opening that part of yourself up that allows that part to be cleansed? Yeah. So Angela says, I think that's her name. In the beginning, I start to fall asleep. Right, right, and that's because it's relaxing you, it's putting you in zen, it's putting you in balance, right? And that's when you know that you either need to do them earlier in the day, or you need to understand that when you're doing it, it's a job, and I have to go through and pay attention to this, and I will nod off and I will catch myself, right? But that's when I'm extremely tired. Hi, Nina. Yeah, when I'm extremely tired, or stressed out, or have lots of energy that's not mine, and things like that is usually when that happens, right? So, but the guided meditations, guys, are the stuff, and it will help you to understand and let go and things like that. Yeah. I think Spirit's done. Yeah. So Veronica says, 3 minute, 7 minute, and 18 minute, and so on. Oh, so they have different Kundalini meditations. I think so. I think that's what she's talking about. There's different times of the Kundalini meditations, and that's interesting. Yeah, Spirit says this. Depending upon your level, he says, depending upon the level that you're at, and what and how much alignment you need. And that's what that crystal line did for me. It aligned me big time. I mean, I swear to God, it was like a force. I mean, it went right. Hey, Karen, it went right through my body. I mean, it just boom, 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 boom. And I had this big, huge beam of white light coming out of my whole freaking top of my head. It's pretty cool, and I could see it, which is even cooler. Kathy, lovely Kathy. You still receive the information if you fall asleep, but the negative thing is you can't react to it. Okay, that's why Spirit says we shouldn't do them before we to get us to sleep, because then we don't know why we're so tired the next day, right? Or we don't really put two and two together. But because I know, because Spirit says they want you to be conscious afterwards, so that you can, recognize it, how you feel, what you're craving, things like that. Because I had cravings, and a lot of people do at the beginning. I had cravings, and I gave myself what I wanted, right? It's just what I've always taught myself to do. Kind of like my little reward for doing the meditations. Kind of weird, but that's what got me to do them. That's what got me to go to therapy, right? I mean, I have a good therapy session. It was Mountain Dew and a candy bar every Wednesday at 3:00. Yep, for 13 years. Yep. So look at me now, right? Crazy. So we got 6 minutes. If somebody wants to ask questions, I can answer them if you guys want. Okay. There's something you want me to answer really quick. Don't make them too long, you guys, because I can't, yeah. So, yeah, Spirit wants me to go. Okay, I think we're done. He just said, no, Bill, we need to wrap it up. So, namaste, everybody. Thank you for joining me at 4:00. We'll be back at 3:00 next week. I'll pretty much guarantee you. I asked Danny really quick, will my niece move in with me this month? Yes. Yeah, Danny, something, I don't know. Pay attention to the circumstances, he says. Okay? Of the move-in. There's something you gotta be conscious of. Okay? I know Sue's right. Maui suits me, doesn't it? Wait till we're having this conversation, you guys, and my backyard is that right there. I'll be in my backyard in a chair, and the Pacific Ocean will be at my back. It'll be great. So, thanks everybody. I appreciate it. Namaste. I'll see you next Thursday at 3 for Coaching for the Soul. Thanks.